Everybody, this is John. Welcome to the free video. And interesting and kind of a quiet day. Talking to a couple of folks that are showing some concern on the Russell. It was down 0.5% today. And again, the reality of it is here is that, this thing has gone from 112 to 120 almost straight up. And any pullback to the mean, i.e. the 8 EMA, is normal. At this point, of course, there's only one trading day left in 2014. And the question is kind of what happens. I don't think tomorrow, I don't think the last day is going to be like some blowout, to the downside or the upside. I think that ultimately we could grind higher. What's really driving today, or what really drove today, and what's going to kind of continue driving tomorrow is, there's going to be some end of year stuff, but the yen, the yen futures here, that's a big deal. And when they spike up like this, it does put some downside pressure on U.S. stocks. Now, make no mistake, this is not a trend change. I'm not looking for yen to bottom out permanently. What I'm looking for is that with the yen is that you've got huge funds are just maxed out short. And when you get too many people short, you got to kind of clean them up a little bit. So that's what's going on there. If we take a look at USO, i.e. oil, you can see this thing just continues to be under pressure. And I'm not looking for this to change, okay? And in fact, I do think that USO is going to drive a lot of kind of the end of year kind of tax loss selling, and that's something that I like to talk about every year. And I'll talk about that more in a second there, and we'll get that going. So I just had to pause it there for a second. So what's going on with USO too is going to be driving a lot of the end of year, kind of tax loss selling. Now, technically, a lot of this is just from people who don't really understand settlement and things like that. But there's always people that wait till the very last day of the year to sell like a big loser. And in the oil, a lot of these oil companies, you're going to have that. And what happens is the next morning, the market makers kind of walk away from the bid. And this is something I always like to do. And there's really some good opportunities here where you're just looking to catch a couple of day bounce as you get into the new year, right? So essentially Wednesday is the last day of the year, and then Friday you look for a bounce. So I'm doing a class on this tomorrow. Now, this is actually part of the original ETF class that we did, I think it was like a month or so ago. So this class was included as part of that class as a bonus. And I'm doing this class tomorrow. It's all day from 9:30 to 4 o'clock East Coast time. We've had some people express interest that say, hey, you know what? I didn't sign up for the entire ETF class. I didn't do it, but I'd still like to take it, and that's fine. So you can go to simpleroptions.com/plan, and I'll show you the link there. But essentially what we're going to do in the first hour is tax loss selling. That's a lot of fun. And then we're going to be talking about creating a viable trading plan for 2015. We're going to be going over plans to achieve those objectives, getting crystal clear rules, and also just kind of showing you some psychological tips and tricks, and essentially reviewing my trading plan for 2015 and essentially going through that critical thinking and planning to develop the best options to do this. Okay, because what happens is a lot of times is people get some general ideas, but then they screw it up with the execution and the plan, and that's what we're going to be talking about. So tax loss selling, we'll do some trading there, and then going through some of these trading rules and then executing some trades. This will be a 297 class. Again, this is just part of the bonus class. This was part of the ETF course. For those of you that expressed interest in saying, hey, you know what, I didn't sign up for the ETF class, but this actually sounds like a pretty cool class, and it is. The tax loss selling part is a lot of fun. You can just sign up for this part for $297. Okay, simpleroptions.com/plan. See you tomorrow, and have a good one. Enjoy the rest of the year.